It's Operation Babble with Myke Shrews. It's pop culture, music, movies, TV too. It's time to explore life. It's Operation Babble time.
Michael, my nipples could cut glass. It's so cold in here. It's so cold in here.
Okay, so today's going to be interesting. We literally have nothing to talk about. There's a few things, I guess.
Dude, there is so much going on in the world, but yet I've just shut myself off from everything by accident. I don't know how it happened, but it happened. But, update. My fucking Star Wars original trilogy DVD box set came in.
All right.
Fucking pumped. Did not fuck up. They do have the original 1977 theatrical cuts.
Are they
They are not region
quality,
encoded. They are not region encoded either. No,
Okay.
they're just the like quote unquote remastered version, but obviously the original cuts aren't remastered, so it's just DVDs.
Right.
Just your basic THX. Oh, I'm so pumped. Hannah gets off work at a decent time today. We're going to watch A New Hope. I'm so excited to remember why movies were good. God damn. It's just like, no matter what happens, I can't escape The Last Jedi. Like every like review podcast I listen to these days, somebody always pops in and has to bring up something, and then they make like a reference to it. And then it's just like this horrible descent into this black hole of what The Last Jedi is. So it's like, I need to go back. And cause then I even go back, and I was kind of thinking to myself, I just think so fondly of the original trilogy, and I have no idea the last time I saw it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I remember the prequels and shit, and I enjoyed those when I was a kid, and I was like, because I'm stupid, and kids are, you know, they like shiny stuff, and I was like, pod racing is cool, and the games were neat and whatever, but it was just like, oh, I'm so excited to go back to the old ones. And watching it with Hannah will be kind of nice, and the fact that her and I have kind of turned into like snobs lately, and like
movie snobs,
and watching stuff really critically. I'm curious. I'm just like, I'm so hoping it's as good as I remember it being.
No.
Nah, I hope so.
I
don't.
I remember watching them as a kid-ish, I guess. I was like, I don't know.
Well, you said you bought that gold set or whatever. That was like in 1999 or something.
No.
Wasn't that like right before the prequels came out? It was like 97 or 98.
What's that? No, I never bought any Star Wars myself.
Oh wow, really?
Until the Blu-ray package of all 6 came out.
Oh.
Like I had I myself had like that box set of the 3 in the black Darth Vader box set of the VHSs back in the day.
Yeah.
But
See,
I
bought
never
the gold
watched
one.
those ones.
Yeah, see, I bought the gold one like that.
When we first watched them as kids, it wasn't until my parents got together, so I was already like 8, 9,
Okay.
maybe by the time I watched the first one. And again, I watched them all on the original cut, original VHS and shit like that. And I just couldn't get into them. My oldest brother, Robert, he used to watch Star Trek Next Gen around that same time frame and all that shit. And that's how I got into Star Trek. I just watched with him.
Gotcha.
All the rest of the family watched Star Wars.
Gotcha.
That's probably why me and him were the only two that really moved away.
Yeah. You fucking nerds. We're going to go nerd it up a different way on this side of space.
We went out to explore the world, and, you know,
I
and
feel
Star
you.
Wars is basically just like following the same group of people.
God, you know, and I was really hoping the sequel trilogy was going to change that, and boy, it didn't.
Nope.
Yeah,
no, but that's when I watched the first set, was like around that time, so late 90s probably.
Yeah.
But when I watched them on Blu-ray, like the original 3 anyways,
Yeah.
like I understand they added a bunch of shit into the Blu-ray and all that crap, and I can get past that, whatever. I'm not like a diehard Trekkie or diehard fanboy.
Oh, he did it. He did it.
I'm not a diehard fanboy, but I can cut that. No. So
dude, I love when Jean-Luc piloted the Falcon,
right?
The Millennium Enterprise,
and took out the Borg sphere.
Dude, okay, we need to go. We need to get away from this. It's too nerdy. It's like too nerdy.
Okay.
No.
But
you
no,
still
like
need
watching the Blu-rays of it, like the storyline. I mean, as an adult, I started fading away from it. It's just like, I don't know. Maybe it's just too immature-ish, I guess. I don't know.
How dare you?
Again, I am a bigger Trekkie fan, so
no. I think the thing is that because it's kind of like a sci-fi fantasy deal, it just has a generic plot. Which the problem is back in 1977,
right?
You know, you can't really, couldn't necessarily call it generic. But like now, it's like you are going back and watching it with a you know, a completely different perspective, which is difficult. It's like, you know, it's like, oh man, these movies do all these stupid cliche things. It's kind of hard to look at a movie from the 1970s and call it cliche, even though
right when that was like when they probably first fucking did it.
Exactly. It's like, you know, somebody would watch Citizen Kane and go, oh, that fucking camera angle again. It's dude, they probably invented it. So it's hard. I absolutely understand that mindset.
I can see, like, I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, though, I can go back and watch some movies from, like, the 80s, or even, like, the original Star Trek series from the 60s. I love it still. Like, that holds up more to me than Star Wars does to me anyways. But, again, that's, like, the shit that I like. Plus, Star Trek also had a lot more social justice type bullshit going on in it back in the day.
And they're so different, though. That's
they
why I
are
like
so
them
different.
Both. That's why I like them both. There's so much to get from both.
Now,
and it's like,
I will reiterate. I want to let people know, though, I don't hate Star Wars.
You don't hate them. It's just like if we put the box, if we put a box set of Star Wars in front of you, and we put a box set of like Next Generation, dudes watching fucking Star Trek. I get that. No, I'm No, but even
there's a lot more hours of Star Trek out there to watch than Star Wars, even with Disney taking over.
Fuck, at least good hours, good quality hours. Oh man, to go back on your idea about like old stuff, it was like, oh shit, one of my favorite things that ever came out of film school, fuckers. They made us watch something about the Oscars, like when it was first starting, and like some of the first movies that were winning awards and shit. And there was one. I think it was Clark Gable, and I can't remember the girl's name, but it was a movie called It Happened One Night. And it was just about him like running, like this girl like ran away from like her life or whatever, or like left and runs into this guy, and they kind of have like it was kind of like an old school, like, I don't know, it kind of reminds me of like Overboard or something like that, like with like, Goldie Hawn and what was it, Kurt Russell or something. God damn, dude, that movie's great. Like, I watched a couple of scenes when we were in film school, and I was like, oh, that's pretty good. So I went and bought it, and it's fucking fantastic. One of the greatest things I ever got to do was take that movie with Hannah to her like 90-year-old grandparents' house in Florida when we lived there. Yeah. And we watched it with them. And they were like, oh, dude, and they were like telling us stories about like when they first saw it and all this stuff, and I'm just sitting there like, this is cool. It was like watching an interactive like time capsule. It was fucking cool. I enjoyed it a lot. That was good. There's a lot to be said about watching old shit, man. Makes you appreciate it, you know? But then you like, God, you just jump into shit these days, and it's just like, boom, boom, explosion, and like fucking, I don't know, it's CGI this and CGI that, and yeah, it's,
like,
you know,
I grew up watching, unlike my wife, Nikki, sorry, I'm not married to a dude, Nick, so she grew up watching a lot of Spanish television because her mom's Mexican, she's Mexican, whatever. So they watched a lot of Telemundo, a lot of just random shit. She knew who Ricky Martin was before the United States knew who Ricky Martin was.
Oh, all the stuff that our country doesn't allow anymore now. Apparently.
Right, basically.
Sorry, was that
too political? But no. So she watched a lot of that shit when I was growing up. At least in the summertime, like I spent every summer at my grandparents' place, and they were in a completely different state than my parents. So I literally lived with my grandparents every summer. And we would just watch TV Land and Nick at Night. Back when they had shows on TV Land and Nick at Night that weren't on TV live when I was growing up, because now they have shit like fucking George Lopez is on Nick at Night, and it kind of makes me feel really old. Because I remember that show being on not that long ago, so I'm like, why is this on? But we used to watch like I Love Lucy, Dream of Jeannie, Bewitched. Hogan's Heroes was one of my favorite Army shows back then, dude. Like, I didn't watch Girls. MASH, but I watched Hogan's Heroes.
Yeah, Hannah and her family are huge MASH people, and I'm fucking give me Golden Girls and I Love Lucy, and I Dream of Jeannie mostly because I'm a pervert, and
Master,
super hot.
Do you like being a master?
No, I don't actually. And
I got a buddy who he makes all of his girlfriends call him master. It's weird.
Oof, I hope he's not white. Also,
yeah, he's the white. He's like Italian white, bro. Like
fair enough.
So he's got that.
Fuck. No. And the Munsters. Munsters.
Oh, the Munsters. I loved it. I actually, confession, I watched the Munsters before I ever watched the Addams Family.
Yeah, same.
So,
yep.
and not like because the Munsters was there, but like, so like I'm talking the Addams Family TV show.
Yeah.
I might have watched the movie, the first movie with Christina Ricci in it. Yeah, the 90s one. I might have watched that before Munsters, but I watched the Munsters before I ever watched the TV or the cartoon even. That was on Saturdays.
It's funny you brought that up because one of our like first I think it was in the first 10 podcasts we did. I haven't heard a single fucking thing about that animated Addams Family movie.
Oh yeah, when we talked about that, I haven't heard nothing about it.
I haven't heard a single fucking word about it.
They probably recanted that shit. They're like, "Yep, nope."
Just kidding. Do we have an app we can put that on?
This was for funsies.
It was a pitch piece.
It accidentally got leaked, and apparently no one liked it.
That's fucking brutal.
Anyway, oh man.
Yeah, dude. What was it? It was Nick at Night's like fucking summer block party.
Yeah.
That shit. Dude, I lived for that. Monday, Munsters. Like Tuesday was Dick Van Dyke, I think. It's lame. Bewitched was Wednesdays. I can't remember Thursdays and Genie Fridays.
Whatever we watched, it was like the same shit like every night. The same show as a lineup every night. But it was late at night, and so how my grandparents had it is so they live in West Virginia in a fucking trailer on the mountain, in the campgrounds area because my grandpa used to work doing raft guiding, river rafting.
Oh, that's cool.
And shit. And
that's actually really cool.
Yeah, so I grew up on the river a lot, and so their trailer they had one cable box in their house. It was back in the 90s. So me and my grandpa rigged it up so whatever was on that TV was on in their bedroom too. So they would change the channel to whatever they wanted to watch in the living room, and then whatever they were watching in their bedroom, I had to watch in the living room at night. So I was just like watching the same shit as them nonstop. So that's how I ended up liking old shit. But old people still freak me out.
I can smell the death.
I hate going to nursing homes, dude. I fucking hate it. I do it because I love my wife to death. She's not in a nursing home, by the way.
I was about to say, I was like, dude, what are you fucking grave robbing your girlfriend? Like, what are you doing?
But her grandma's there, so I'm like, I love her enough to go in, but I hate it. I even worked in a nursing home when I was younger, so I was like, I hate it. Just fucking hate it.
No,
it reminds me how mortal we all are.
Yeah, it takes special people to be like nurses and doctors and shit. It's either they're like they don't care, they want to help people the best they can, or they're just like creepily like emotionally inept.
But sometimes they get that way though too, because my mom didn't used to be like that. Well, it turns into
a job, dude.
And
it
now,
turns into a job.
Yeah.
You know,
but
sure
it also
my
reflects onto like it also reflects on the like family members and shit too. She's still like the strong. My mom's an RN.
Mm-hmm.
She worked in the ER. She worked in all those places. She got to know people, and then they'd be dead like the next day. And you know,
and you just move forward.
She just keeps going. So, and it's become like one of those things. It's like a good trait to have, but also bad because as her child, you're kind of like, am I supposed to feel anything for this? Because I don't see mom doing it. So
it's hard to bring back the human element of like the medical part of everything. Yeah, no, I totally get that. Like, no, like to give a peek into my family. It's one of the things I really, really respect about my sister. She's been a nurse for a really long time, and my mom had breast cancer like 10 years ago or something and survived, thank God. But it was one of those deals like she could absolutely do all this stuff with my mom at home. You know, it was like, you know, helping her like clean herself and go to the bathroom and do all this stuff and like really be there with her. Me, I couldn't do that. Like I'm so like horribly empathetic that it would have made me sick, and I think like I would have been so emotionally damaged from seeing my mother like that. I don't know if I could have moved forward. But my sister's just like, you know, this is what I want to do. I got to learn how to do it. She's like, but it's not like she, you know, she's got 3 kids, a good husband. It's not like she's like crazy. Yeah. You know what I mean?
It's not like she's alone either or anything. So.
Exactly. And she's just super, super fucking impressive. It's just one of those things where it's like, it's really cool to meet people who have skill sets or like emotional boundaries that are just like way beyond me. You know what I mean? It's just neat. It's cool. It's cool to see other people's perspectives on life. Even if I don't agree with them, it's kind of neat to put yourself in that headspace to just kind of go, okay, either maybe I'm not that bad or I could be worse, or like, oh, maybe I should change this or whatever. I just think it's neat.
And
I think it's cool.
Oh, yeah. It can be tough too, like I see it all the time and shit, so yeah.
So fun times.
With that aspect of the life portion of the podcast now. Exploring
Bring the life.
And we are talking about kind of death in this topic. So we shall segue into Saw.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, if anything, nursing's just like a really long version of the movie Saw.
So,
except you don't get to make up cool traps to put an IV into somebody, you know.
So, right. Dude, the traps in Saw are fucking awesome. And I think we talked about this before, where when I broke my leg, the one thing I watched was like all the Saw movies in a row. And the first one, of course, was where he cuts his fucking ankle off.
Yep. You're like, please, can I do that?
Right. And then I watched Jigsaw, which was the last one, which was a great installation to the franchise, I feel. Whether you like the rest of them or not, I think you would enjoy the Jigsaw movie. Especially because it's not as gruesome, actually, as some of the others. So it's actually pretty cool. The whole aesthetic of it's actually a lot better too, which it kind of worries me because I came across this information that they are planning on doing a reboot or reimagining of the Saw franchise.
Already? Why? Okay. Why not just
And
make a new one? Like, why not make something different?
I mean, the way they end the Jigsaw one was really cool, and I liked the story behind it and everything. And I feel that they could add on to that, or go back and do. They could do
prequel
Never bullshit
prequels.
if they want.
Never prequels.
But
Never prequels.
But no, like they could do so much more with it, or have a fucking copycat or some bullshit, you know. Mm-hmm. With the reimagining of the franchise, apparently Chris Rock funny man Chris Rock is planning on doing it. So this should be interesting because, and I've seen a lot of people like being like, why the fuck should he do it? Blah, blah, blah. And to those people, I just have to say, Jordan Peele did the same fucking thing with horror. So why can't Chris Rock? Just because, he's a comedy guy.
I will say this to the end of my days. Comedy actors are the best actors you can find. End of discussion. If somebody has comedic timing and they can ad-lib and they know how to read a room and do this and do that, it's that will translate to dramatic. I don't know an actor who hasn't been able to make that shift. Look at like Jim Carrey. Him in 23, regardless of whether or not the movie was good,
I liked it, but yeah, his portrayal in that was great.
Or like him in Truman Show, like he does dramatic
more
shit so
drama,
fucking
yeah.
Great.
Well, when they do the comedy shit, they're like really, like they say in Liar Liars, things overacting. Like they reach out to overact to make this thing like a lot more broad and all that. So it's like, of course, if they can do that, they are going to be a lot more comfortable doing something that might be more hitting home with them. Like, because most comedians, as people know, with Robin Williams, it's like, they do have that darker side to them. So why not let them hit that,
And the guy's been in the industry for so long, so he'll get the money. He'll get the names. He'll get whatever he wants. So as long as he's actually talented and does a really good job, he'll be fine.
So,
here's
what he said. He said, I've been a fan of Saw since the first film in 2004. I'm excited by the opportunity to take this to a really intense and twisted new place. So that's interesting to see what twisted new place they can go with that franchise.
Yeah, shit.
And then the studio said when Chris Rock came to us and described in chilling detail his fantastic vision that reimagines and spins off the world of Notorious Jigsaw Killer. Oh, so it might just be a spin-off.
That would be cool.
That would be cool then.
Maybe like a copycat killer. That'd be cool.
Right. We were all in. Chris conceived this idea, and it will be completely reverential.
Referential?
No, that's unless they mistyped it. To the legacy of the material while reinvigorating the brand with his wit, creative vision, and passion for this classic horror franchise. I don't think it's a classic horror franchise yet. Maybe a cult franchise,
I don't know.
But
I might have to go classic, dude. I mean, everybody knows the first movie at least. Maybe not the entire franchise, but everybody knows the first movie. Yeah. There have been 2 parody movies at least, and everybody knows you want to play a game. Everybody, and you put the fucking doll on a tricycle. Yeah. Everybody knows what that fucking is. Like, even kids know what that shit is. It's like, oh, it's the fucking murder puppet. It's like, that shit does freak me out though, because like, can you imagine sitting in a room, because there has to be that point. Like, whoever gets it's going to write the script, right? And come up with ideas and whatever. But there has to be a brainstorming session at some point where you're sitting in a room with like probably 5 to 10 people or whatever. People coming up with the most maniacal, disgusting, creepiest fucking ways to kill someone. Which, if you walked in on that, dude, would be one of the worst things ever. Yeah. And it's just like, the things that some people come up with, it's freaky as fuck.
We as people, though, like, I will say this, we can come up with some really cool, like, not crappy, but like really like insane bullshit like in our minds of how to like take somebody out.
Oh, easy.
Like all these other things. You could just think of things like the other day. I'm not gonna say that.
No, easy. You shove Ant-Man up your ass and then he expands
there you go.
And you explode.
But like I was sitting there, like I always do these things to my wife, and this is probably why she thinks I'm crazy. Like I'll randomly just say something, and I'll be like,
and expands.
Like the other day, she was gonna microwave. She's gonna microwave her food in her styrofoam thing, and she's
don't
like,
do that.
She's like, no, I shouldn't do that. And it just popped in my head. I was like, how many wives do you think just shred like styrofoam up, mix it in their husband's food, microwave it, and are slowly just killing them with all that toxic bullshit that they put in there. Yeah, she looked at me like really crazy.
I'd like to think that's what a lean cuisine is. Because the food already knows you're sad, so it's just trying to end it a little bit quicker.
But like every time I come up with some weird, crazy way, she's like, "You should write that down, put it in a movie." I was like,
no, don't do that. Because then somebody's gonna find your fucking book of ideas. They're gonna think it's some like fucking manifesto.
Oh yeah, right. No, that's how she would like blame me if somebody like came up missing. She'd be like, "He did
that
it."
guy, that guy, that one.
Oh
the
man,
the hipster.
But apparently, the director who's going to help lead this with Chris Rock is none other than Darren Lynn Bousman. He directed Saw 2, 3, and 4. Yeah. So I can do that.
Know what? Okay, but can I put? I'm gonna put
as long as I want to say one more thing on. As long as they stop putting the reverse bear trap in the movie. Because that's like their staple thing. I'm like.
That.
That's not. It wasn't even in your first fucking movie. Can we please get away from like
We had to move forward, man. Bears are bitches. Bitches like bears. I will put the little bit of seed of doubt in there just for a minute.
Okay.
To be fair, James Cameron has helped on a couple of Terminator things, and oh boy, and including until Dark Fate comes out, Dark Fate's gonna be garbage. I think Terminator died with Terminator 2.
So can I say something about? Well, we'll talk about it. I completely agree with you though, where like creator of the things can help it or ruin it more.
Or they might just put his name on. It's like, Chris Rock gave him a phone call, and Darren Lynn Bousman was like, "Yeah, just send me the script. I'll approve it, and we'll be good."
But he didn't create the Saw franchise, so it doesn't matter.
But you know what I mean. But he
helped
I wouldn't say
expand it.
perfected it.
He expanded it.
But
because
he's the name though.
I think he did 2, 3, and 4, which expanded them into doing 5, 6, and 7, and then like a few years later they did Jigsaw.
I mean, just having the name is good. I mean, shit. Imagine somebody put out a movie about a big ship sinking, and James Cameron goes, "I approve this movie because it's so good."
Right.
There's plenty of people who'd be like, "Well, it's fucking James Cameron. I'm gonna go see it."
Yeah.
He said.
Unfortunately, that's not how Hollywood should work, people. Just because someone's name is on it, you should not go see it.
If anything, I'm getting kind of sick of the fucking like revolving door of names I'm seeing. Oh, do you have something to talk about?
Fucking names, dude.
I was just about to say to fucking support what I just said. I will hold on to because did you have one more thing you wanted to say?
I was just gonna go into the Dark Fate trailer again because I noticed something in the theater yesterday. So
okay, well since it's fresh in your mind, let's do that because I know what I want to talk about.
Oh, I was just gonna say like because I did the trailer review video or trailer reaction video for it. I didn't realize it until yesterday, seeing it on the big screen. That when
it really looks like shit.
One, it still looks like ass. Yeah. And two, like when the Terminator guy like liquefies himself out of the semi. Yeah. I didn't realize he was coming off of another Terminator skeleton. So that's like two in the one.
Himself. He duplicates himself.
Did he duplicate himself, or is it just like he's the liquid form, so he went on to the metal form? That's what I got from that trailer.
I mean, it was
like two separate Terminators.
But either way, it's stupid. Like, that's too many questions. Like, what happened to the good old, like, it was
I'm sure
cool
they'll hopefully they answer that question because I was confused by it when I realized it. I was like, oh, that's why the semi is still driving, because on my small little screen when I was watching, I didn't notice that. Mm-hmm. So yeah. Anyway, go ahead with your not your rebuttal, but your stance.
My new info. Well, because we were talking about the kind of the shitty revolving door of like the same names and stuff, and constantly just using names to put stuff out, which I think is half the reason why movies are getting put out so fast. Yeah, is they want certain names to finish up their shoot so they can come and do this shoot, which move to the next shoot.
I feel with the Spider-Man movie, a lot of people are gonna go see it because they wonder if there's gonna be like shit
Endgame
with
stuff,
and all that
Tony
stuff.
Or
yeah.
This is more of what ooh, okay, are we gonna get any answers from Endgame that maybe we didn't get, or like we're gonna?
Right.
I don't know if people are necessarily going to see Spider-Man. They're going to see an MCU movie, which is totally fine. That's kind of half the point of doing it the way they did it. Again, that's why I said, like, I just want to see this one, and then I could really give a fuck about the rest.
Yeah.
Because they're already talking about rumors of, like, Killmonger, like, trying to make a cameo in Black Panther 2.
I'm guessing it's going to be like a the dead area.
Yeah, they were going to put him in the astral plane or whatever
Yeah.
the fuck that was, which
I mean,
don't fucking care. But...
I'm still going to go see the Black Widow movie because she fucking deserves it, dude. Like,
oh, yeah, I'm going to see that.
I really am
regardless.
pissed, though, if it is a prequel movie, which,
oh, it will
unless they do something weird in it, I'm really pissed that that's how they're giving her own movie because she stood toe-to-toe with everybody throughout the franchise.
Yep.
And then they kill her, and then they're like, oh, now you get a movie because we need to pander. Like, fuck you guys. She deserved a movie before Captain Marvel ever got a fucking movie.
I don't even know why Captain Marvel's part of the thing. She was fucking made up. Like, why would you retcon so much stuff a fucking year before the end?
I don't remember them calling her Captain Marvel in Endgame or in her own movie.
They don't ever call her that.
So the first time that they ever call her Captain Marvel was when they say it in the stupid Spider-Man trailer. He says Captain Marvel. When he's like asking about like where all the other people are and shit in the trailer.
Don't they say Captain Marvel will show up or whatever after the end credits of Infinity War? Am I crazy?
Of Infinity War.
I could be crazy. Because after he does the pager thing,
she shows up at the end.
No, I'm saying I think there's like white text that says Captain Marvel will.
Yeah, but that's the fucking typing. Nobody in the universe has ever said Captain Marvel.
No, nobody's ever called her that
until the Spider-Man movie where he says, "What about Captain Marvel?" Like,
spoiler. Spoiler. No,
huh?
I'm kidding.
No, it's
I don't
not
care.
Spoiler. It's in the fucking
No, I totally
trailer.
care. Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
At least it was in the first trailer. I don't know if they cut it or not. But like he asks where in the scene where he asks where everybody's fucking at. So I'm like, this is the first time I've heard her name used in any of the movies. How the fuck does he know her name? If, you know, the general audience, I mean, yeah, it's on the fucking name of the movie, but they never call her Captain Marvel. They always call her Danvers or Carol.
Michael, you didn't know that there was probably like some lunchbox that you could buy that had like a comic book strip inside it, and that would tell you you're dumb. You're just stupid white male, and you just don't like women.
I don't buy merchandise to find out what's going on in the movie.
You're a sexism, and you're a sexist, misogynist, misogynist. And I love the fact that you fucking like moved, you like gestured to all of your fucking toys and merch on an audio podcast. Nicely done. Didn't you just bitch about that before we started recording?
Yes.
You bitched about that because two morons were doing that on their audio cast. Where
this
they're literally
was for
like
you, not for everyone else.
Oh yeah, fuck you, audience. This was for me.
And the audience sees my office like all the fucking time in pictures and shit on like Facebook.com/Myke Shrews.
Yeah, shameless plug. Episode 100, we can all buy tickets and we'll do an office tour. The Shrews Studios.
I'm actually, now that you said something, I'm actually going to be setting up like a thing to give away some shit once we hit so many likes and followers and shit, either on
likes
Operation
and followers
Babble.
on what, Michael? I just dude, seriously, Dead Space.
I can't.
I just gave you the best
We're not
segue
ready for
ever.
it.
I had you.
All
I
right.
got you.
All right, let's go back.
No, you're keeping that in.
Let's
You
go
better
back
keep
again.
that in.
Let's go back
I'm gonna
again.
keep-
All right,
I'm gonna keep talking about that.
Retake. I'll keep it in, but we're still gonna do a retake.
God damn it. Okay.
So no.
So Michael, you want likes? Likes on what?
we're getting likes on the new Operation Babble Facebook page at facebook.com/Operation Babble.
I didn't like that either. Another take.
No, so we just launched our Facebook page for the podcast. So you
He
can
says
find
we,
out.
but he totally did all the work, by the
Yeah,
way. Do
sure.
not. I will not let you pass any of your effort onto me, dude. You've been busting your ass, and
So,
I super fucking appreciate it.
If everybody that listens goes there and hits the like button or the follow button, whatever, but like is a lot better for us because then Facebook might like us more. If we just have likes as opposed to just followers,
Or
they
share
like
me
that.
on your, or put me on your MySpace page, or
And when you go there, it's like, again, it says facebook.com/Operation Babble. And go over to the About page and hit the story area. And you can read up about all the shit that the podcast is based on, what we're doing and shit. There's also a tab in there that takes you to the Operation Babble discussion group. So if you guys want to join that, hit that button, hit join. We'll add you in there, and then you can join in on the conversation. Whether you want to hate us or like us, want to argue about
cry,
it. Yeah.
We'll actually give you a $5 gift card if you make me cry. That's what everybody will love. Maybe I'll give you a $50 gift card to Chipotle if you can somehow change my mind that Captain Marvel or Aquaman is a good movie. I'll give you $100 if you can convince me that Batman v Superman's a good movie. Also, I want to squash this right now because you've asked me on multiple occasions.
Uh-oh.
And I figure since we may have a public platform where people may want to ask us certain questions, I don't give a shit that my name is not in the goddamn fucking stupid opening song. Because I love the fucking opening song. The shit is catchy as shit. And if we tried to throw my stupid ass name in there, one, I don't want my name in there. Two, I just don't want to ruin the flow, man. I love it. Makes me good. It makes me feel good. This was your idea. And it'll make life a lot easier when you bring another guest without me. We've yet to do one without me, but I'm excited. I'm excited for that day to happen.
Yeah. Because there's always scheduling conflicts anyways with guests and both of us at the same time, too, which is always a pain in the ass. Only people that... What?
And it'll give me the opportunity to listen to that one and go, they both suck.
Yeah.
They need me.
Then the one after that, John will be like, hey, I'm back. Now for some real entertainment.
It's okay, bitches. Your lord has returned.
No, I've thought about doing some casts with some other people. One guy that wants to do one, he's kind of very monotone,
wishy-washy.
with it. So it's like he doesn't really express himself like he would when you're talking to him, as opposed to like actually talking to him in person.
He's not going to tell you to go fuck yourself all the time like I do.
Right. Like,
where's the fun in that?
I need some shit. So again, with the Operation Babble group page too, guys, like, again, it's a free for all, and shit you bring up in there, we might even talk about on the podcast. So you get to be like, look, mom, they're talking about what I meant too. See? Or your wife or whatever,
It's like, oh my God, they do listen. They do love me.
Or you can even, if you want to join in on the conversation, hit us up in the messages. See if you can get in on a date that we're recording, guys. So
yeah, and if you're gonna send a dick pic, send him to Michael and DM him.
Oh yeah,
there you go. Maybe we'll put a link in the description down below.
All right, guys. So that's it for the PR. Plugging bullshit of this segment, this podcast. So, I completely agree though with you, dude, about overusing people's names and bullshit. Like, I mean, they're gonna be doing it too as soon as like they do it with the movies themselves, because they're doing it with all the Star Wars movies. They're gonna be doing it with all the fucking Avatar movies that are coming out. James Cameron's name's going to be all over them, even if he's not actually directing or writing the shit. Like, Disney, they're just gonna be like executive produced by James Cameron, or from the creator of Terminator, some bullshit like that.
Isn't he? But he's writing and directing the Avatar movies, though. Right? I swore those were his.
They are, but Disney owns it now, so they can change whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
I don't know how the contracts are, though. He might have like complete creative control with it. It depends on how he was with Fox. So,
gotcha.
I guess if they're even gonna hold those contracts true too. So you never know. I'm just waiting until Disney's like, fuck it, we're doing an Avatar cartoon. We're gonna do an Avatar series. We're gonna do this, and this, and we're just gonna have blue people everywhere, and then that song will fucking make sense.
Bye. Come on, you can do it.
I don't remember their name. Fuck.
Think of France. What's the name? What's the name of that big tower in France?
The Eiffel Tower.
There you go, buddy. Let's use that.
I don't know.
word.
Eiffel. It's a number, right?
You almost did it. You almost had it. Eiffel 65. Yes,
65. Sir. Yeah. See, I would have said 69.
Which I would have probably slow clapped in my head for, and would have been very proud of you. So,
but no, damn it.
But
at least they're not going to be able to do that though anymore with Tony Stark or Robert Downey Jr. They won't be shoving his name down our throats. At least in the Marvel movies.
Again, you'll also see they can hologram his ass.
I hope they don't. I really hope
they don't.
I
want to see it. If I see it,
but
I only want to see it in Spider-Man, and then I want it to go away.
Now I have not kept up with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. But I did watch the first episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. for this season. We just been busy watching other shit. And I don't like watching TV live. I'd rather just watch it on my own time.
I agree.
So the first episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. showed Coulson's like a counterpart. So they could possibly do something with that if they really wanted to throw RDJ in there. I hope to God they don't. But again, they could always open up like portals and be like, hey, he's coming in with the X-Men again. Here's this Iron Man and, all that other shit. I wonder if they're going to give Rescue a movie.
I hope not.
Or at least throw her into something. It's going to be really weird to not see an Avengers movie for a long time. I will say that.
I was just curious if they were ever going to talk about the Extremist project.
Again? Well, they talked about it a lot in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. They did do that.
But I was talking more about the fact that Pepper still had it, and I don't know if they ever removed it.
No, he said he would figure it out, and then it's been a while, so I'm guessing they fucking removed it.
Oh, well, that's great.
They don't have to fucking explain everything for you, John.
The fact that she could fucking come back to life and blow shit up all over the place, why even bother with the fucking suit? Anyway, it's so stupid. God damn it. Fucking Iron Man 3. What a fucking piece of shit. I hate you, Shane Black. You're stupid. But the talk about the revolving door of actors thing is I just saw a fucking trailer for the next Rian Johnson movie. Oh, from the maker of the and writer-director of the fucking Last Jedi. That fucking staple of cinema. Fucking asshat. I want to just read you this cast and tell you right now that this movie is going to be fucking trash.
Okay.
It's got Chris Evans, Captain America.
Yeah.
His name is Ransom Robinson.
I saw this trailer, bro. No, fuck you. I want to watch that movie.
Well, I'm sure it'll be funny in like a shitty way.
Dude.
You want, Michael, this movie's going to be fucking retarded. You want a good movie kind of like this? You should watch that hide and seek one that's about to come out where the chick like marries the dude and like the family goes around.
Dude,
like,
I want to fucking see that so bad too. Yes.
Doesn't that look dope? That looks fucking
really
cool.
good.
Now see, that looks awesome. This looks fucking stupid. You see that fucking like Iron Man arc reactor thing with all the knives in it? The only thing that reminded me...
I didn't see like a wide shot of it. I only saw like the corner, so I didn't know.
Because they like take them out and shit. There's a full shot of it. And I'm like, that looks cool. That would have looked cool in a good movie. Also, it looks like it reminds me of when the Joker's like lying in front of all the guns and the knives and stuff,
Yeah.
going in fucking Suicide Squad. Because Ryan Johnson's a fucking hack. So you got Daniel Craig, cool. Michael Shannon, in case you forgot about Zod in Man of Steel, because everybody did.
Bro, I still don't even attribute him to that. Like, I always think of 8 Mile.
Oh my God.
He's fucking Eminem's mom.
Wow, that's so long ago. Jamie Lee Curtis, Toni Collette, Ricky Lindholm. I don't know why I know her, but I know
Ricky Lindholm.
and Christopher Plummer and Don Johnson. Apparently Frank Oz is in this. I don't know if Frank Oz is him or if he's doing voice shit, but Frank Oz is in this. And yeah, I mean, there's a few other people I don't really care about. That movie looks fucking dumb.
Yeah.
It looks like
It's just another murder mystery movie, you know. I mean, it's going to be what it is. I watched that one Adam Sandler murder mystery thing. That was fucking hilarious.
Was it good? I
loved it.
It didn't look bad. It honestly looked pretty decent.
It was good. Like, especially, like, I know there's lots of Adam Sandler haters out there. I'm not one. I like his shit. Like,
don't get me wrong, he makes garbage.
He
like
does
Jack
make
and Jill,
some bad
like Jack
shit.
And Jill, fuck you. Pixel
I never
wasn't
watched
great.
Jack and Jill. Is it bad?
Pixels
Is
was
it that
pretty
bad?
Oh, it's fucking unwatchable, dude.
Fucking
Pixels
Click
wasn't-
is dope though. Click
I
is
love
like one
Click.
of his best movies.
I love
I think we've
Click.
talked about this on here before.
Click makes me cry every time.
Yeah, dude. But no, he's another one. Like, you know, his name is what gets those movies watched.
You can tell when he's trying. Is the thing. He's one of those guys you can tell when he gives a shit.
Yeah. Well,
Did you ever see Rain? Was it Rain on Me or Rain Over Me? It was
No.
Him and Don Cheadle. It was one of his serious ones.
No.
It's really good. If
I
you're
watched
in the mood,
Spanglish. I remember Spanglish of his.
that one's not bad. That's not bad.
But yeah,
Punch Drunk Love kind of missed me, but I don't like those type of movies. They're a
Yeah.
little like spastic for me. Yeah, so I don't know. It's Ryan Johnson. I don't care. He can't write. Let me tell you though, it looks fucking great. Like visually, I think that dude might be the next Michael Bay. Like he can. He can make some beautiful looking movies, but goddamn, that dude cannot write.
I will say though, like, cause you brought up, and that the reason you brought that movie up was probably the one reason I really want to see the movie is because of the cast.
Yeah.
And they throw the cast in your face. Like, if they didn't show me all those different cast members, I might be but. And then they throw in the scene there because, like, Chris Evans is done, of course, with Captain America.
Yeah.
So the only shit he says in there is a bunch of cuss words.
And
it's
which
just like-
that's when I was out. That was when I pulled out. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm done. I
I knew, I was like, oh, they're just trying to, like, completely get you on that because he's always been, like, Captain America is what everyone knows him for right now.
Oh, I guarantee you it's not. It's because Ryan Johnson is a fucking, he's an immature writer who can't. He just sucks.
But
He's
I'm
not great.
guessing that character though is probably like the rich snobby son.
Oh yeah, I'm
So-
sure it makes for that character.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is just it's shitty dialogue. It's just shitty dialogue. It's a bummer because Chris Evans is he's proven he's a fucking fantastic actor. I don't give a shit what anybody says. It's like, well, he played the same character for so long. Yeah, he played the same character brilliantly in different tone movies.
Right.
And then he's also done like everybody forgot about all the shit he used to do. Like he did a lot of comedy stuff that wasn't very good, but he was good in it.
Yeah.
Like
Fucking I love every time I still go back and watch
not another teen movie?
no.
Oh.
God. The dick pie or whatever.
When he comes in with the fucking whipped cream. Yeah.
No, whenever I watch Scott Pilgrim and see him in there, he's got those like weird fucking eyebrows and shit. I was like, I love it, man. I love it. Oh, it's crazy though.
I want a buddy cop movie with him and Hemsworth. I bet those two would be hilarious.
Yeah, I could see that.
Because
I
they
can see
both
that.
have good ad-lib comedic timing. I think they'd be great.
And those are two characters that never really got a lot of comedy in the MCU until like the last Thor movie, really.
They had like two jokes. That was about it.
Yeah.
They had the "Notice you copied my beard" joke and the
Yeah. And then whenever they gave Don Cheadle a joke in Endgame, it just missed me. I was like,
Cringe.
Don Cheadle is a fucking comedian. Why are you guys like making him not funny?
Yeah.
I still get pissed off about the Cheese Whiz joke. I'm like, for that tone, that moment, that scene, that joke was not funny. It would have been funnier, okay, at the beginning when you first showed Fat Thor, blah, blah, blah. Spoilers.
Well,
if you first show them, like, I mean, then it would make sense, but not in the heat of the moment, like, where he's, like, pouring his fucking heart and soul out, and then you're just, like, making a fat joke. I'm like...
Again, I just don't like the fact that I don't like the fact that everybody just shit on him the entire movie.
Yeah.
It's like he's probably lost the most out of every single person here. Like,
yeah.
I mean, maybe next to Cap, maybe.
I'd say next to Rocket, because Rocket lost all of his friends.
But he just met them. Like,
a few years.
Yeah, for like 5 years. But I mean, look at Steve Rogers. He's known Bucky for so long. He met Peggy, I guess, but then he lost his entire like world. Like he slept through his entire existence essentially. Yeah. And then I mean that's a culture shock, but at the end of the day that just kind of sucks.
But Thor also lost half of his fucking people. But Thor
lost fucking everything, dude. He lost his hammer, which like was part of his
and he lost people that aren't coming back too.
Exactly.
He lost his parents, his sister, his fucking brother, his best friend,
his home,
his
entire fucking planet. It's like, yeah, well, Captain America slept through that, but Earth didn't explode.
Right.
So again, I talked myself out of even putting Cap in the conversation. Thor has lost the most out of everybody.
And Thor lost his physique.
Yeah, that too. He's not even hot no more. Like, come on, well, he's still kind of hot, but still. No, it's just I really hate it, and especially after Thor and Hulk have been the two mismanaged characters of this entire franchise for a very long time, and it felt like Thor Ragnarok didn't give a shit about the rest of the movies and just said, "Here, we're gonna reboot these two characters. Here you go," and everybody loved it. So let's keep moving forward with it. And then what they do? They shit on both of them, and I was just like, great. But Infinity War did such a good job with them, and like, God, don't get me back into Endgame, dude. I fucking hate Endgame.
Let's move out of this topic. We're close to an hour in-ish or so.
Am I ever gonna buy that movie? You think, Michael? Do you think I'm gonna buy it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You will.
Because the thing is I keep telling Hannah, it's like, I really like that movie if I watch it in 5-minute clips. It's like I want to watch the Captain America fights himself scene. I want to watch, the end fight. I want to watch, maybe the opening scenes. Like the first like 3 opening scenes are really awesome, and then it's just like everything else sucks. It's just like nothing else is good. Oh man, it's so disappointing, and you just don't get another chance at it. It just sucks. It's a bummer. I'll have to start reading fan fictions and hope for the best.
No, then it'll just make you more sad.
Like, this is what we could have gotten?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
All right, so with that being said, let's move away from comic book bullshit.
And Ryan Johnson, because he sucks.
Because I saw Spider-Man, but you have not yet. So
go ahead and talk about it, dude. I'm actually curious.
Because I don't want my anything I say, good or bad, just like affect you.
It won't. I've already seen a couple of trailers that have already kind of painted it for me. I think I've honestly already like guessed most of it.
I only watched one trailer for it, and there's not going to be any spoilers, so you guys can listen.
Just give me your initial take.
My initial take on it was I walked out of there. I fucking loved that movie.
Cool.
Like, I liked that movie more than I liked Endgame coming out. Endgame, my first viewing.
Awesome. That's what I'm hoping for.
I feel as the last movie for this phase, it did what it needed to do. It made me want to keep watching later because I'm like, if they keep doing this, that'll be fucking awesome because the way they lay the story is laid out brilliantly. Like,
is Captain Marvel in it?
No.
Does she show up at all?
No.
Okay, point one. Okay, I'm happy. I'm dead serious because I was afraid they were gonna try and do this like weird thing where they were gonna try and make her like the
No,
mentor,
this is Spider-Man's movie.
Awesome.
This is his movie. One thing I will say, and I say it in my video I just recently did. Oh, excuse me. The referential shit that they do in this movie, I love it because it's not like stupid Fortnite jokes and shit like that. It's almost all of the referential stuff is within.
Has to do with the world.
Yes, it has to do with the MCU, and I love it.
Cool.
I love it. I was like, because I was like looking for it too. I was like, they're gonna say something fucking stupid here.
Yeah.
Nope, they don't.
If this helps, it's like every time I see a promo or something for it, I'm either like, it's literally so hyperbolic that I'm either like, okay, I'm back in 100%. I want to see this.
Right.
Or it's like, fuck, I don't really care anymore. They're gonna do something dumb.
As a Spider-Man movie, dude, especially this is up there. This is like,
I'm aiming for
it's
it.
it's probably one of my favorite Spider-Man movies of all
of all time.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7 live action. Of the live action 7, I think this is probably my favorite one.
Oh, that's awesome.
Just because of some of the shit that they do too in it.
Yeah.
And of course, it has the referential stuff in it for a world we know of.
Spider-Man 2 is so solid. The Sam Raimi one.
Yeah. That was my favorite one before because.
But Tom Holland is so perfect, dude.
Yeah.
Like, regardless of like even if I don't like the movies he gets put in, which trust me is not the case. I actually enjoy him and everything. He's so fucking solid, dude.
Yeah.
What a nail. And I was thinking like, because let me put in perspective how I keep flip flopping. So I saw a Facebook pro. God damn it, Michael. Oh, what are you eating? It's got to be food.
Cheese.
Yes. Oh, dude, I bought string cheese. It's fucking fabulous right now. Anyway, sorry. Fat moment for both of us. God damn, that sounds great. God, I'm so fucked. Went into so Facebook promo came up for it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's you can dodge bullets, but you can't dodge a banana.
See, I didn't see that anywhere until I saw the movie.
See, and I saw it on Facebook, and I go, the hard part is she does that, and then they hard cut to a scene with him in like a bar or something during a big shootout, and he's in the Iron Spider suit, right?
Mm-hmm.
I told Hannah, I go, I fucking hate this. She goes, why? I go, why is he even flipping and shit? It's like Black Panther in a vibranium suit. It makes no sense. So I bitched about that.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. But then I saw another Facebook promo like 3 or 4 days later when he comes up to, I'm just going to say Zendaya because she's not Mary Jane. She's Michelle.
No,
I
it's
think.
it's
so she's not even
Michelle
Mary
something.
Jane.
It's MJ. They just call her MJ. That's all.
But I don't want to call her MJ because it's not MJ. So he goes up to Zendaya and goes, "Are you ready for this?" And she goes, "Yeah, I think so." And then it hard cuts to her going, "Ah!" like freaking out.
Oh, they put that in the trailer?
Yeah.
Why the fuck would they do that? That's
I know,
like a
right?
crucial. Well, not crucial.
It wasn't
thing,
even a
but
trailer. It wasn't even a trailer. It was like a fucking
promo
20-second Facebook promo, which
Why
I got
the
really.
fuck would they do that? Like,
I was fucking pissed because I go, Hannah, this is like the one time where I'm like, this is awesome. Like it felt real because I always flash back to Spider-Man 1.
Yeah.
Where she's hugging the mannequin and like her hair's going the wrong way and she's just kind of cool with it. I'm like, fuck this, dude. If somebody was swinging me through the middle of everything, I'm like, hell no.
Yeah.
Hell to the no.
I don't know how much they show in that, but it was fun. Like, but
No,
now
it's literally-
knowing that
it was-
was online, it kind of takes it away.
No, it fucks it up, and it's a cool moment because even if they edited it like that in the movie, it hit hard because it was literally,
Right.
You ready for this? Hard cut to like close up of her face, screaming with her hair blowing in the wind while she's
Yeah.
holding him, and then he just kind of like, and then hard cut to like him just dropping her and go, never again. And I was like, this is fucking hilarious, dude. I've been waiting, and like I love Ned, and I haven't gotten a lot of Ned stuff, and I like him. I think he's great. I hope they don't do any more of that computer shit where he's helping him. I just want Spider-Man to be Spider-Man.
Right.
But I'm I want those people there because the whole thing is Peter Parker needs to be grounded. And after a big fucking space battle with wizards and crazy ass shit going on,
Yeah.
I want him just protecting his
Dude,
fucking friends.
yeah,
That's all I want.
This movie is not like an extravagant like world is gonna end fucking event. It's fucking awesome. It's like I said, it's a perfect one for Spider-Man, especially coming off of Endgame. And like I saw somebody say, you know, coming off of Endgame, it's hard to compete with it. I'm like, no, fuck that.
No,
this
it's not.
movie
No, it's
is
not.
a good, like, as a movie itself,
Yep.
not like an extravagant event like Endgame was. This movie was fucking awesome. And anybody who tells me no, I'm gonna fucking smack them and then punch them in the balls. Like, I mean, I'm not saying there's things in there that couldn't be changed.
Well, my thing
Every
is
fucking
if-
movie has something that could be changed.
Well, then give me a list of 5 things. You know what I mean? Like, if they watch it and they go, this sucked, I'm like, give me 5 reasons why.
Right.
Because if you just say it sucks and it's my opinion, I can't do anything with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
If you go, well, I didn't like the suit. Okay, that's subjective.
Well,
I
and
didn't
you're
like
also going to have a lot of comic book people out there, like, breaking apart, like,
Yep.
because how Marvel does their villains is different than the comics. And Marvel Studios has come out and openly said, this we take from the comics, but we're not going exactly with the fucking comics, which is like basically creating their own comic book anyways.
Look, for
'Cause
me,
that's what they do. And
they at least made Peter Parker,
yeah.
and he's young, and he actually makes his own webbing.
And he
I
made
doubt
that
they'll-
before Iron Man even came around,
Yeah.
which was fucking
And
good.
And I doubt they'll do it in the movie. I am kind of butthurt, though, that they don't have more problems with him and his webbing. That was one of my favorite things from the 90s cartoon, is when he'd run out.
Yeah.
That was...
And
it
have
was
to
always
figure
compelling.
something out himself and all that.
Yeah, it was super compelling. I enjoyed shit like that. So we don't get enough of that.
Right.
And I would argue we didn't get a lot of that with Tony either pretty much after Iron Man 2. You don't see any innovation from him anymore. There should have
Yeah.
been more like somebody blew up his suits and now he has to figure something out.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it
because you
sucks.
don't really get to see him. Well, I guess in Iron Man 3, you kind of see him building that one suit that falls apart all the time, but
That movie doesn't exist.
you don't really get to see a whole lot. But
And he still
like
has the
with
suit.
with all the other movies, you don't really see him creating something new.
Unless you watch Civil War and he's got that watch thing that put the blaster on and he
Yeah.
blocked the bullet from Winter. I'm telling you, Civil War is the best MCU movie. It's the best. It's the
No,
best
dude,
one.
though, I really like Spider-Man. I'm trying to think of like something that would make me just be like, no, fuck this. But like they did something in there that I was not expecting
Yeah.
Marvel to ever do in any of their movies. Like it was something I like probably deep in the back of my head was like, that would be cool, but never like once expected it
Was
to
it
do
that
that.
Spider-Verse thing you were talking about? The multiverse deal?
No.
Oh.
No, it's something completely like off the rails. I'll tell you after you see it.
Yeah.
Because it was just like one of those moments I was like, I didn't know how bad I wanted that until I just saw it.
My mom's coming up this weekend, so I might try
Yeah.
to drag her to a Sunday showing.
Just stay
Yeah,
away
so-
from the internet, dude. Like, cause there's people out there that are like I was in
people
the
are already
theater.
trying to spoil it now.
I was in the theater waiting, and I was like Googling like how many end credit scenes to see if I was gonna wait the entire time.
Yeah.
And like the first things that come up are like videos of like what the fucking end credit scene videos, man. I'm like,
Oh,
dude,
shit. Actually, Hannah's got the day off tomorrow.
There you go.
I might get early tickets. We might go tomorrow morning.
yeah.
I'm
I think you guys will like it.
sure
Don't
I'll like
take my excitement to be like something overbearing and then be let down because
Oh,
you
no, I
know.
I like Spider-Man.
I mean,
Like,
I do like Howard the Duck, so
Dude, I like Spider-Man. I like Spider-Man a lot. I'm in for this one. I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck about. I
I really
give a shit
think
about
you'll like
anything else.
it.
They fucked up Black Panther so hard. I'm so bummed. I was so pumped for a Black Panther movie, dude.
Yeah.
I was so pumped.
Dude,
And they
there's
just
stuff they do in
fucked
this that they should have done in Endgame too. and
I'm
it
sure.
saddens me that we didn't get that. But I'm glad that they put it in where they did. So
I still can't believe there's no
yeah.
AC/DC song in Endgame.
Yeah.
It still blows my fucking mind. I was even telling Hannah, I was like, I can't even believe it didn't happen in the credits.
Right.
Nothing. I couldn't even believe it.
No, you just got like his hammer or something, the hammer noise or some shit in the credits, I think.
I don't care. That's not as good.
No.
It's no good.
It's not as iconic because, like, I mean, even Iron Man 2 opens up with fucking AC/DC when he jumps out of the plane.
Boy, dude, can I still talk about how, like, that's still one of my favorite movies? Like, I don't know why people don't like that one. I get it.
Yeah.
A lot of corny shit, but it's still iconic. Whatever. People are dumb.
Yeah, no, man. Once you check it out, once you see it, like, get back at me and shit. Like,
Here's the real question. What'd your kids do? Did they fall asleep?
No. Dude, this was the first movie that we've taken Caleb to where he's not up and just like standing in front of the seat and shit like that. He was like legit watching the whole thing.
That's awesome.
So that's pretty cool.
That's high fucking praise, bro.
Yeah. I mean, it is a Spider-Man movie and they like Spider-Man, but
remember when we took
yeah, they fell asleep in Superman or Man of Steel. Sorry. And Micah liked Superman too, which was one of those things. But and this was a 2 hour and 15-minute movie.
It's up there, yeah. Which I'm pumped about.
They didn't fall asleep. They didn't even want to leave to go to the bathroom. They held it until the end. So,
dude, for two little kids, man, that's fucking that's high praise.
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody says.
And they waited through the end credits with me. Like Nick left after the first end credit scene, and they waited all the way till the last one with me.
How proud were you? God damn.
Yeah.
I've been proud as shit. I would have been mad that you were the only one with Spider-Man gear on, but whatevs. Happens.
Caleb kept asking me, he's like, why you got a Spider-Man shirt on? I was like, because we're going to see Spider-Man. Why do you think?
Come on, man.
I was like, you want to put a Spider-Man shirt on? And he's like, no. I was like, come on.
That's fucking funny.
But yeah,
cool.
it was.
So go see Spidey. Good. I want to go see it.
Definitely see Spidey if you haven't seen it by now. I mean, this will come out a week after the movie drops because it dropped the Tuesday because it's 4th of July weekend or week.
Oh shit!
That's why it came out on Tuesday this week or whatever. Yeah, it was a good one. It was good. I'm trying to think. Is there something else I could say about it without giving anything away? Like, the story is solid from what I saw the first viewing and shit too. And like I went in not really like examining it, but then I realized I was examining it as I was watching it because I was like, we just came off Endgame and that kind of was like, I liked the movie, but it still had a lot of wrong shit.
This is 100% the movie that will either make or break whether or not I go see the next anything from them.
I mean, Black Widow was going to be a show up for me either way.
Yeah, I can see
either
that.
way, it was something I was going to go watch just because ScarJo deserves all the money in the world for that film. I
agree.
She needs to beat Captain Marvel's like thing. And then Marvel will be like, "Hey, we need to bring her back to life, bro."
God, no shit.
Man. But yeah, definitely go watch it. Let me know what you think about it, and then we can actually really talk about it. And don't watch my YouTube video when I drop it because it spoils the fuck out of the movie.
Yeah, I'll try to go see it tomorrow. I fucking want to see it.
Yeah,
I really do. And I could use a movie theater experience. It's been a minute.
Well, what's the last thing you saw? It was Endgame, right?
Yeah. It kind of fucked me up. I didn't want to go see anything else after that.
Yeah. I think
because I saw it twice and then I was done.
I think Endgame was the last thing I saw in theaters. I've been meaning to go and watch like Child's Play, but I was like, fuck it, I'm going to see Spider-Man now.
Yeah.
I might watch Child's Play. Well, no, I got the kids. Shit. I'll figure out.
Dude, I'd wait. I've heard things about it. I think you'd be better off just Blu-raying it.
I'm really worried about it being a piece of shit.
I heard it's not fucking terrible. I've heard it's
from who though? Like they gotta be. I'm a huge fan of it. So
Red Letter Media.
Okay.
It's the have you ever heard of Mr. Plinkett?
No.
He's the guy who he did all the he kind of like started like the like video essay of movie reviews. It's like he like did the breakdowns of like the prequels and like Star Wars and stuff. He was like, oh well, you do the thing, like yeah, blah. That guy.
Right.
But they also do like him and his crew actually do a bunch of reviews. They're actually, I mean, they're not, you know, nobody's ever 100% because you could be in a mood or whatever,
yeah,
or not care about a movie. But there's one guy who's like super into like the Child's Play movies, like the originals, and he's all fucking about them.
Right.
And he was just like, just go into this as it's a completely different story. And
well, it has to be like they're not even dealing with it being a
yeah,
soul.
There's no mysticism.
It's not like anything like that.
No.
I'm like, that's not Child's Play. You all should just make a new movie. Like,
that's where I was.
Why use the old IP name on it? Like, because the guy the guy who created Child's Play is literally making a Child's Play TV show with Brad Dourif in the same series and everything.
Do it.
And then the studio's just doing this shit. And they're just like, yeah, we're not even worried about what they're doing over there. So I'm just like, okay.
We need studios to let people make shit. Like, we need to stop governing what they do. Because I'll bring it up again, dude. Love, Death, and Robots. That shit is so enthralling.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck, dude.
I just wish that more
can't wait to roll
the bigger studios would let more original content come in like Netflix does. Now, granted, Netflix does a lot of like indie comics or like Vertigo, IDW, shit like that. They do shows like that, which I would say that's not original content, but we've also never seen it before in live action form.
Yeah.
Or even animation in some cases, you know, for Vertigo and all that crap. Like the Sandman show that they're going to be doing. Like,
I don't know anything about that. Are you versed in any of that? I don't know what that is.
I did not read it. I just know
Metallica
it's like
sounds awesome.
I just know it's a very big thing for Vertigo Comics line and shit like that. Because Vertigo's now shut down. It's now called like DC Dark or some shit. Because DC now split to DC Comics, DC Kids, and then DC Dark.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Instead of Vertigo and DC and whatever else they had.
Why not?
But I don't understand it. I mean, if you're going to still call yourselves Detective Comics, give us some detective shit.
Dude, I just want this Batman movie to be good. I really don't want to write off this Harley Quinn movie, but I'm kind of writing off this Harley Quinn movie.
The Birds of Prey?
Yeah.
Is it still going to be Margot Robbie?
Yeah. No, it's all them, and I think Ewan McGregor is supposed to play Black Mask or something. You know the dude, the Black Skull guy.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
I don't know. It could be good. I mean, like I keep saying, like, everybody wants to just steal all these fucking titles and all these concepts, and then they just don't do the story. You know, the Birds of Prey. I don't know if they actually called it that, but they practically base it off the episode from the 90s Batman animated series when Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy were just running around fucking around.
Now, is this the one where they're making Harley and Poison Ivy
and
lesbians?
like Black Canary, and
are they making them lesbians? I heard they were
sure
doing
they
that,
are.
and like maybe that was the animation I heard. I don't know.
Who cares?
Like, it's part of their canon in the books, I guess. But I beg when people bring up Harley Quinn and canon, I'm like, bro, she only got created because she was in the fucking animated series. Like, there is no canon for her. Like, it's whatever we want to say, dude. Like, if it wasn't for the animated series just being like, hey, we're going to create a random character that you're all going to fucking love.
But come on, though. I would argue, though, if the 90s cartoon is so beloved and it's really, really well done, why not have that be her canon? Right. That's what you have to work off of.
Like,
but
I get
it's in the
changing.
comic books. It's like, fuck you, though. Like, the cartoon came first.
Yeah.
Figure that out.
Yeah.
It's like, why have I not seen a live action version of her in that goddamn costume? I'm gonna kill someone.
We did.
Fuck you with that deleted scene. I'll
No,
kill
it's
you.
not
That is-
deleted. Oh no, I watched the extended cut. Never mind.
Thank you. Also, it doesn't even matter. On top of that, it was a flashback. So either way, it doesn't matter. I'm talking about literally her in the costume. Why
Blah
couldn't she,
blah
like-
blah.
Easy, dude. She could be setting up a trap or something in a carnival, and she's wearing the costume to appeal to family and kids until it closes, and then she fucks with somebody. There you go. Done. You're welcome. It's not that hard. She doesn't have to be running around in it the entire fucking time.
Well, now, also they could have had her in it in the Suicide Squad movie in the club scene while she's dancing around.
Would have been great.
And the Joker's there. Instead, they have her in this like golden thing and shit. Because that would have been cool to see her like drowning in that shit when they're running from the bat too.
Would have
It's
been
like,
great.
why not? But I don't know much about the director of that one, David Ayer. Does he just like
yeah, he's a
show him? Does he just like showing women in like short shit? Because that's basically what they did.
Yeah. Yeah.
It took a
He's
really
pervert.
beloved like female character and basically turned her into like eye candy.
And I was thinking about a thing. There's this director called Michael Bay. And given a lot of stuff I've seen in his movies lately and a lot of stuff he does. Now, I'm not going to say he's affiliated with people who touch kids because that would be wrong. But he has brought up what the fuck? He has brought up like underage sex stuff in multiple movies,
Has he?
almost trying to justify it, and
What?
it makes you wonder.
What movie?
You
I
ever
mean-
seen Transformers 4? The guy
Oh,
even
with the
talked about the Romeo
20
and
the
Juliet
20-year-old kid or whatever. The guy who's like 20 and she's like 16 or some shit.
thing. Yeah.
Which I beg
But-
to say, like, that happens all the time though in real life.
Well, thank you, Michael. I wouldn't talk too hard on that and justify it. At the same time, why put it in a movie?
I don't
In
know.
a Transformers movie? Also,
Was it a big part, like, cause
Yes, it's brought up 3 times. Also, why is it brought up in multiple movies that he has? And then you find out a couple of people he's affiliated with have done some diddling.
I don't know.
So I'm just gonna say, when there's smoke, there's diddling.
So
Allegedly. But no, I was throwing that out because the other day I he's creepy. I don't like Michael Bay makes me sad now, and he's been doing some weird shit, and I'm not down. I'm not down.
I don't know. What is he even doing right now? I don't even know what he's doing
Who
now.
fucking cares? Hopefully, not making movies.
Oh no, they're doing that Bad Boys movie. I know that. Remember?
Is that really still happening?
Yeah, they're doing it. He's doing a Purge movie. What?
What?
I don't see his style doing Purge. That's
I don't know, dude. His
interesting.
cinematography is fucking awesome.
Yeah, but Purge is more like his old cinematography style, like the blues and the blacks.
But that's what he does. He still does that. Also, on top of that, it's not like you're going there for dialogue. So
Yeah. Oh, I
that's his
guess
fucking
no.
wheelhouse.
Oh, these are his producing things. Okay.
Oh, I
That
was gonna
makes
say
sense
that's
because
that's his
he's
fucking
been
wheelhouse.
producing the Purge shit since the first one.
There you go.
So
Okay, well that makes sense. I mean, they do look
and the
good.
TV show.
I don't know if they're any good, but they. Look good.
He's directing a movie called Robopocalypse, which isn't that just Transformers?
Sure, why not? I love
Um,
Transmorphers.
Apparently he's not directing Bad Boys.
Oh, is he just gonna executive produce it?
He's not producing it either. It's not even on there.
Oh shit! So is he even doing anything right now?
He's just
I guess
doing,
why bother?
I mean, he doesn't really need to.
I was gonna
he's
say,
he's
after
just
fucking 5
producing.
Transformers movies.
He's producing a lot of shit. He's doing the Purge sequel. He's producing it. Transformers, which I highly doubt is actually happening anymore. And then a Turtles reboot.
Really?
Yeah. Why reboot it?
Wait,
just go ahead
reboot?
with it. Yeah, it says
And why not
Turtles
just make a
reboot.
trilogy?
Yeah, just finish it off. Like, give us what we want. We want to see the Turtles in Dimension X with freaking hot rodding teenagers from Dimension X.
There it is.
There we
And
go.
Baxter Stockman as a fly.
Fuck yeah, dude. Just turn his ass into a fly, god damn it. Fucking Batman vs. TMNT actually gave us him as a fly. I think that's the first time we've seen him as a fly since, like, the 90s cartoon. I don't remember if they did it in the others because I haven't watched them fully. So, plus I would love to see what Tyler Perry does as a fly.
That'd be fucking hilarious.
Oh, man.
Well,
So-
okay. I guess to finish out, so what's on the docket? What are you gonna go see? You got Spider-Man done. You're kind of on the fence about Child's Play. What's on the docket? Either in the theaters or maybe something old that you want to see.
Something coming up. Hobbs and Shaw.
Dude, I fucking want to see that too, and I want to see it in IMAX. I hope
And
it's in IMAX.
I'm going to go see it in Dolby because I want the sound to, like, shake through my fucking seats. So
you have the cool seats.
Yeah, we've been going to the theater lately and watching, like, Endgame. The first time I saw Endgame, and then Spider-Man, we watched it in Dolby, and it's not like the moving seats and shit, but it's like
That's what I want.
the sound goes through. Like, you were thinking the D box.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
The
Dude,
D box
that's
is
the
cool,
movie to
but
go
it's
see
like
in a day.
it's
That's the movie to go see it in, though.
yeah, but it could be distracting though. Because if they're moving with the fucking
From
shit,
that movie, though, what are you gonna be distracted from? The explosion. My eyes didn't see the explosion.
dude, no. They showed the trailer. I don't know if I said this on the cast already or not, but they showed the trailer in Spider-Man, and the first thing that came out of my mouth afterwards, like we were sitting there. Luckily, my kids were like the only two like kids in that screening, and I looked at Nikki. I was like, "That's gonna be the best fucking action movie ever." And I said it super loud, and it was like as the music was cutting down and going to the next trailer. So,
My favorite is the first time I saw it in theaters. I go, well, I'm glad I saw the whole thing.
yeah. Well, see, they actually cut the in the trailer that they dropped in the Spider-Man one. They cut the audio down, like the explosions in the cars and all that. Like, maybe they did it just so you can hear the music for the trailer. I'm hoping.
Yes. Yeah, I can see that.
But no, as far as movies in theaters, still like John Wick 3, I still haven't seen that.
I haven't seen I haven't seen any of those.
They're
actually.
good, dude. They're good
I want
action
to see
movies.
it. I want to see them.
And then Godzilla, but I might just wait for that one again.
I'm gonna wait for that. I'm a 4K
because like I'm a huge Godzilla fan too. Like I love kaiju's, but
you'll love this. A King of the Monsters.
Yeah,
if it's in theaters, go see it in theaters.
I would have to. Maybe I could go see it with the boys on a Tuesday.
I'm not kidding. Everybody says the same thing. The monster fights are fucking gorgeous.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Is like it's more monster than a lot less human shit.
Yeah,
which is
and,
what
like,
I want to see in my fucking Godzilla movie.
Thank you. Yeah, that's the fucking point. Like, come on.
It's like the last
if you
Godzilla
can-
movie. It was like a lot of drama. Plus they advertised fucking
Bryan Cranston.
Bryan
Fucking
Cranston,
kill him.
and they dies like right away.
Fucking false advertising.
And then
let me tell you.
Kick-Ass is in there for a minute, and it's like, why?
Why even bother? Not like if you're gonna put a good storyline in there, that's awesome. But let's be fair, that's not what we're looking for.
Right.
Like, you know, I would say go see it if I were you. I think you'll love it.
There's another good one that's coming out that I wanted to see. I'm trying to remember what it's called. Oh, Brightburn. I have not fucking watched Brightburn
I want to
yet.
see that. I want to see Brightburn.
Dude, and then Joker, of course, will be coming out soon. I think it comes out this month, or is it the end of next month? I don't recall. That's why we have a fucking internet, Michael. October. Oh, October. I thought it came out in the summertime.
Brightburn
Okay.
is in October.
No, Joker.
Oh,
Brightburn's already
that
been out.
sucks. Oh, that sucks. I would. Okay. Yeah.
Um,
I don't know. I just want better scary movies during the scary times.
that's
It's coming,
October,
though.
so you would think that, yeah.
It'll be fine. It's coming. It'll be fine.
And then I can't think of anything else that I
Lord of the
absolutely
Rings?
want to see. Like I said, things I absolutely want to see.
I hate you. Now I feel like you're just fucking with me.
Oh, honestly though, dude, I did. You're gonna yell at me for this, but I'm probably gonna end up watching the Twilight movies again before I watch Lord of the Rings.
Dude,
I
please,
have
seriously,
access. I have
No,
access
seriously,
to it.
Can you just watch Fellowship? Can you just watch Fellowship tonight? It's one movie.
I don't
one
have
movie.
it on Blu-ray or in HD at all. It'll look like
watch
shit.
Just watch it. Just watch it. If anything, it might be endearing because it's shot on fucking film 20 years ago.
It's not that
It's
fucking old, is it?
Yeah. It was like 2003.
Oh, okay.
You can correct me.
Sure.
It's a long time
Sure.
ago.
Sure.
Dude, why are you so combative on this? Is this just because you legitimately just want to fuck with me, or what are we doing right now?
Kind of both. Like, I
God
legit want
damn.
to fuck with you, and I really just don't care.
Well, I know that, but I actually I legitimately want to do.
Yeah.
I do want to talk to you about it, and especially
We
because
will,
we're
we
about
will.
to watch.
How about we make it podcast 100?
Oh, 100? No, absolutely not. I will not work that long. Because I'll eventually just run out of things to say. Yeah, dude, the first one was 2002. Holy.
Okay,
fuck.
yeah.
Damn.
So, John,
So me.
I can hear you.
Hi, me.
Hear myself again.
Dude, I'm like off my mic right now.
So, okay, yeah. Anyways, there's this podcast
guys.
I listened to the other day,
Oh fuck.
and I thought we could do what they did in it, and I could grab some toys and we could talk about the toys,
Are you really gonna bring this up?
and we won't video it though, but we'll just talk about the toys so people out there can know we're talking about something that they can't see. So,
Hey, Michael.
what do
Hey,
you think
Michael.
about that?
Michael, I just bought this toy, and I'm holding it right now in both of my hands. Can you hear my toy? My
Looks
toy
like a
is making,
flashlight.
it's making so many. Oh, dude, I already fucked it twice. It's purple, and it's very fleshy, but at the bottom, it has this thing that disconnects, and I shove it in my ass.
And done.
Wasn't that great for an audio podcast, Michael? I'm glad
Oh.
everyone could see it. Fucking morons. I haven't
Okay.
even seen this podcast that you were bitching about.
You can't see it. It's audio, fucktard. That's the point.
Oh yeah, I mean I haven't listened to this podcast. Ah shit. Cut.
Oh boy. Anyways,
Well,
No,
Michael, I
so-
asked you a cool question. You're not gonna ask me the question back, you fucker.
what question? What question did you ask me?
About all the movies you were watching.
Oh,
this week, hopefully.
what movies do you want to see or don't want to see or actually are gonna see or are you gonna pony up some money, you cheap bastard?
Okay, one. Did we not just talk about how I bought the original trilogy? So we're gonna tamp a big fuck you on that one.
Cheap bastard. How
Number
much did you
two.
pay for it?
Okay, how much do you pay for your Hulu subscription, you fuck?
I pay a cell phone bill that pays for my fucking Hulu subscription. Fuck.
Last time I heard you got it for free. You're
Yeah,
just
from
paying
my
for your
cell phone prescription.
You're paying for a cell phone and getting a free service. You're not paying for it. Eat a dick.
Dun,
If I buy a pair of
dun.
shoes and someone's, hey, you can have this fucking nasty ass foot spray for your fucking shoes because you have nasty orc feet. Guess what?
See-
I didn't pay for the spray.
The benefit of this is I can just mute John whenever I want.
Michael, you're insane. Okay, what?
And unmute. Okay. What?
Fucking hate you. No, original trilogy. Hannah and I are gonna roll through the original Star Wars to make sure that I actually like them as much as I believe I do.
Yeah.
Mary Poppins, dude, the new Mary Poppins, the Emily Blunt one. I want to see it. I want it to be so good. I really do. I want it to be awesome. And if I end up liking that one, Hannah's gonna force me to watch Bed Knobs and Broomsticks because apparently that's an awesome classic. And then hopefully Spider-Man this weekend or tomorrow, and then I guess really after that I don't have much. I really need to roll through Lucifer because Hannah wants me to, and I'd like to finish Doom Patrol at some point.
Yeah.
Because I really, really like the first episode of Doom Patrol. And I want to get my hands on Swamp Thing because since DC canceled it, I assume it's fucking incredible.
Yeah, well, they
I'm not
canceled it
kidding.
before they even aired it, which was stupid. It's like...
Which is making me think it's fucking amazing. And DC's just like, no, we're not allowed to have good stuff.
Either that or
Like,
they spent way too much.
I could see that. It's probably why it was fucking good.
They're like, yeah, we can't we can't afford another season for this shit. So,
But again, why bother making quality when, if you put out enough shit, people will just fucking watch it.
Yeah.
Who cares?
I mean, they
Because
got
they get Hulu for free.
They got a hit with Doom Patrol, and like the visuals of that aren't like completely out of this world or anything like that. So with Swamp Thing, they're putting a lot more money into it, and they're probably like, well, we can just take this money and make more Doom Patrol bullshit. And then you get no Swamp Thing.
Hey, don't bullshit Doom Patrol.
I'm
Doom
just
Patrol's
saying,
pretty
like,
solid.
in general.
Calm down.
I haven't watched it yet, so I really want to, though. I heard it's all
So
about
exactly,
me.
calm down. Pick a different one to shit on.
Oh, no, if we're talking about shows, dude, shows that I want to watch, I can't
More
wait
Love,
for...
Death, and Robots?
Nah, I don't know. I tried watching the first episode. Of course, I tried with my kids and then realized, yeah, this isn't a
But have
kids
you
thing.
not been... Oh, so you haven't been watching it then?
No.
You're missing out.
Yeah.
You're missing out. 100%. I'd like, let me right now. I'm going to go on a 2-second rant here.
Go ahead.
If you are not watching Love, Death, and Robots on fucking Netflix, you are doing yourself a disservice. This shit is incredible. Let me tell you, it is animated, and it's beautifully animated, but the problem is, it is very adult-oriented. Do not watch this with your kids. It's insane. It's absolutely good. It's some of the best writing I've seen in I don't know what, probably 2 years, I'd guess. This shit's fucking incredible. It makes you think. It's really, really good. It's episodic, so it's even better. You can get them in bite-sized chunks. They do a really, really good job. They make you think. Only problem I might have is that they're not all solid. So please don't let one episode... It's kind of like Black Mirror. Just because one episode's bad doesn't mean the whole thing is bad.
Right.
And they are not... It's not a continuous story. They are all one-off little micro
It's
stories.
an anthology series, basically. Every
Exactly.
episode's different.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yep.
No, exactly. And but they have really, really cool tones.
And they're pretty short, too, aren't they? Aren't they like 20
They're not
minutes or
bad.
something like that?
Most of them don't exceed 30 minutes ever. So trust me, watch these. They are a little gore. You have some really gory ones, so if you don't like gore, be ready for that. And there is some pretty heavy imagery. Pretty much, let me kind of span it out for you. 3 cute robots are just roaming. I don't know if you've ever seen I Am Legend with Will Smith, but imagine that kind of setting in New York, with 3 cute robots running around that are completely different, and you're seeing imagery of like probably I would say a high school kid or younger in his basketball jersey, and he hung himself in a basketball gym, but he's skull and bones. So it happened hundreds of thousands of years ago. So it's a context thing. So yes, the imagery is a little brutal, but the whole point is it's supposed to make you think, and it's metaphorical, and also it's kind of philosophical and does a lot of other like really cool shit. So again, if you haven't watched Love, Death, and Robots, go watch it. It's on Netflix. It's fucking incredible. Yeah, that's my big throw out. It came out of nowhere, and I love it completely.
So you said 2 seconds, so I'm gonna cut that down to 2 seconds.
Cool.
To not
Beep.
make you a liar.
Beep boop. Beep boop and bop.
No, I agree. Like what I saw of the first episode, I was down for it. Again, it was something that like Micah wanted to watch, so we were gonna watch it with the kids. I didn't realize what it was. I didn't pay attention to the fucking rating because I'm a bad dad or something. I don't know.
A batter dad.
So yeah, I'll definitely be checking that out. I just started watching Black Mirror. The three that dropped. We watched the one with Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, actually,
with the kids.
That looks cool.
It was fun. You look at it and you watch it and you're kind of like, wow. I wonder how much of this is really taken from her like real life.
Oh, stuff's already happening, dude. There's one with Bryce Dallas Howard.
Yeah.
Where people are like scanning each other for like points.
Yeah.
Like their rating. Like
Oh
their
yeah.
overall,
The social media one. Yeah.
Dude, we're so getting there. We're already there. Like,
but
people
no,
get, like free hotels and shit
with,
for like Twitter followers.
With the Miley Cyrus one, like usually the Black Mirror episodes show like a lot of different like social things that are going on, or like technology that if this technology was exploited so far where the whole world was revolved around it, this is what we get. With this episode that she did, like everything they show in it, without spoiling it, like everything they show in it, it's like it's realistic. Like I can
it's
see
like it's
them
happening right now.
Yeah,
right?
like we are pretty much right there with that technology right now. I'm sure of it, because what we get in stores and shit like that is definitely like the lower grade of the shit that we already have. It's like the VR systems. Like Oculus put out that Oculus Quest shit that you don't need any wires or nothing for. They put it out to test the market to see how many people want to buy something without wires. You get it, and then you realize, oh, there's only limited amount of games because that operating system's not there yet to do all the other shit. I guarantee you they have that shit already built up, just like Apple has like the next 5 generations of fucking phones when they give you the crappier one, and they just keep putting them out, every 6 months or so. It happens all the time. And so when I watched that episode, I was like, dude, we have most of this tech that they're showing right now. Like you can literally, like there have been studies where these things have been done before. So it's not far-fetched like most of their episodes usually were. And the social media one, I love that one. I actually watched that one multiple times. And then there was one that they did like a Star Trek type thing with it. That was fucking dope. If you have not seen that episode, you should watch that.
It's hard. Like my thing is like I have a real issue with the only reason I can't watch Black Mirror is because it's too real, dude. Like
this episode's not. The Star Trek one is not.
I know it just sounds really shitty, but like the whole point is these are supposed to be hyperbolic like metaphors of what's going on, or like a
it's a social statement. It's like
exactly.
they're touching on what is going on in society, trying to show you, look, if you keep up with this is how shit's gonna be.
But it's scary because it's like we're already doing it. It's like somehow they were making it and it became and dated
and
while they were making it.
This is probably why you like Star Wars over Star Trek, because you're scared of reality.
How dare you?
Life.
No, I think no, honestly, I think the reason why I pick Star Wars over Star Trek is because you get a lot of lessons and a storyline and a lot of like closure in a very short amount of time.
Yeah.
Star Trek, you want all of it, dude. It's
Star
good
Trek
lore and they're good characters. You want to watch these people keep moving, and it's just
I like Star Trek, especially like the original series. When I went back and finally watched it all the way through the first 3 seasons, well, the only 3 seasons of the original series. Fucking network.
God, is that really all there was?
Yeah.
It was only 3?
It was only, so the original series was 3 seasons, then they canceled it with Shatner and Nimoy and Takei. However,
Whatever.
His fucking name is like Thanos.
More like to gay, am I right?
But no, like their season was only 3 seasons, and then of course it ended, and then we had NASA was sending a spaceship up. They petitioned it to be called Enterprise, so that's why it got called Enterprise when it went to space. And then they came back.
You really are a fucking nerd.
They came back with the animation series for like 2 seasons, I think it was 2 or 3, for the Star Trek animated series back in the 60s, 70s. And then they started doing their movies after the Star Wars movies came out with the original cast. And then in the late 80s is when we got Next Gen coming out. And then from there, every show had contracted out 7 seasons. And so every show after the original got 7 seasons, like Next Gen, Voyager, Deep Space Nine. They all got 7 seasons, sorry. The only one that didn't was Enterprise. They got cut short and only got 4 seasons.
Wait. That was the sound of my panties dropping because Michael was so fucking nerdy. I've actually heard Discovery's kind of just like shit. Is that how do you feel about that?
It depends. Is that real? There's a divide. It feels like, there's a big divide in the Trek universe with it. I'm gonna because you're the Trekkie. Let's let this layman throw my opinion out, and I think that'll give you something to go off of. So pretty much everybody says Discovery is kind of like, it felt like people who actually cared about Star Trek started it, and then J.J. Abrams came in and raped it. It was kind of like he didn't actually do it. Calm down, people. But I'm saying like his aesthetic creeped into their storyline, and it just turned into this action thing that again is just not Star Trek. Like, how do you? What would you say to that? I would say. So the aesthetic that people talk about when they say that is they're saying that Discovery,
lens flares and action,
right?
And
well, they don't do the lens flare bullshit. So how I looked at it is
I was making the joke of the lens flares.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like
the shininess over
like
the tech being a lot different.
Empty.
Yeah.
Just empty.
And so
like pretty and empty.
So with Discovery, what the divide is always been, even from the Abrams films, to the original series, there was always a divide there. What people call the Kelvin timeline. So like the 3 movies that we got from 2009 onward are part of a different timeline, part of a different reality, whatever, multiverse type shit. And they explain it in the movies, and people did not like the aesthetic that they put in there because they did it more shiny, more clean cut. The technology was more advanced, but they also explain it within those movies as to why the technology is more advanced there than in what we originally had seen. Because of the destruction of Kirk's dad's ship and all that shit like that. Mm-hmm. The only thing I ever had to complain about the Kelvin timeline was, and this is going to be nerdy, but in the original series, Captain Kirk had a twin brother.
And my panties dropped again.
In the Kelvin timeline, his dad, Thor, gets killed as he's being born, and it's only one baby that comes out. They never say there's another baby. It's just one baby, one kid. That's it. I understand the timeline changes there, but she would still be pregnant with 2 fucking kids because the timeline doesn't change until that moment.
Time travel's the worst thing you can ever do. Why would you do that in Endgame?
The thing is with them, I think that the writers that wrote that didn't pay attention to all the little details like that with Kirk's twin brother and shit. Because it was like only 1 or maybe 2 episodes in the original series that they ever implemented. But if you're doing a movie based on the original shit, fucking pay attention. That's been my only complaint ever. And so when I see other people complaining about shit, I'd be like, no, you're fucking stupid.
Get
this
the fuck
is why.
out of here. Go get burst. Go get fucking versed.
But no, so the same people that complain about those movies are basically the ones that complain about Discovery, but you also have a bigger group that complain about Discovery. Basically because of the aesthetic. That
was kind of more, that was where my question was leading.
So the aesthetic and they also don't like the fact that in the first season of Discovery they actually drop they drop the F-bombs. And they cuss in that one, and it's more rugged, more vulgar-ish. I mean, they show sex scenes in there with Klingons and humans fucking and stuff. Spoilers. And like they legit show like naked Klingon women and stuff like that. So it was interesting. Completely something you never would have seen in Trek before, but and that's like everyone's biggest thing is like, this isn't Star Trek. This is this is, but we've never seen Star Trek in a world where there was a war taking place. Like the biggest war was taking place right then and there during the Discovery season 1 with the Klingons.
Now, as a Star Trek fan, I gotta ask, is that something you wanted to see? Because it's always exploration.
Right.
And now, obviously, with the movies...
Well, not always
exploration,
because
those are
DS9 was not about exploration. It was about...
Storytelling.
Right.
Yeah.
So
which is one of my favorites. I like Deep Space Nine.
So Discovery, everything like that they change...
Wait, can I have like 2 seconds?
Again?
20 seconds? I think that's why I like Deep Space Nine. It came out of nowhere. It was
it's
late
the best
night
show.
thing.
It's still the best show.
I call it Star Trek bedtime stories. Because
and that's when you really see them like get with DS9 they really change it up, because before DS9 it was always a white captain. And then you get Cisco, which is a black guy, and then after that then they're like, "Oh, we're going to have a female captain for Voyager too." So look at all this
diversity early.
Yeah.
People only want to make shit up Anyway,
of course, they leave the black captain on one place, and that's the only place he can be. And then the woman gets sent to another galaxy, basically.
Well, that's how you always put them on a planet. That's what Star Trek does. If you're done with the character, you just abandon them on a planet or something. No, I love Deep Space Nine because that was kind of like the show. Like when you were a kid, it's like if I'm watching it, up too late. I'm up too late. I'm not allowed to be up to watch this. And then it was literally like the bartender was just telling you a story. Yeah. And then you watch the story. I thought
DS9 was a little darker too, I think. As far as the aesthetic goes. I mean, not compared to nowadays, but then.
Yeah, and if you don't have the comparison, you'd never know. So
right.
It was whatever. It was just another show. But.
And so the tone of it too was completely different from all the other Trek shows at that time. When you go back to it now, you're like, oh, these are all the same. Yep. And and then so back to Discovery though is like your biggest question is it good or bad, basically. I thought it was,
or like as a Trekkie fan.
As a Trekkie fan, like I myself, because there are lots of fans out there that don't like the show at all. I liked it.
Oh yeah.
There's a huge group of people out there that don't like it. I liked it. And anytime you're doing something where you're going back before another show, you always are, you're kicking yourself in the ass because you're like, shit, we got to appease to all of these things. That's why when they went back before all the other series and did Enterprise, it was 100 years before the original series took place. So that was a little easier for them. And then they were still able to put like Data's creator in there and shit like that. And they had the same actor come back in and play him and shit. Because Data was his form took place, his facial features and everything were based off of his creator. So they still had Brett Spinner in there.
Spiner. Also, it's the only reason why I know that. I don't know why. I don't know. Because I met him once. That was awesome.
But as far as the aesthetic goes, like, I will never hold it against an old show trying, because
it's good.
We understand that technology has changed nowadays to where, like, if you're redoing something...
But if you're a franchise set on a certain aesthetic, like a certain way of storytelling, why change it? Like,
Right.
It just seems shitty. Like, why? This is my biggest problem.
So they do change it back, though. They do fix it in the second season. And
Michael,
we talked about this already.
Michael, can we put a countdown in? Because I'm about to lose my mind.
All right, go.
Okay, so given what you just said, and I'm going to piggyback off it, so I'm going to use it. Like with Star Wars and MCU and all this stuff and sequels and reboots and blah, blah, blah and all this bullshit, I just keep asking myself, we know the lore, we know the aesthetics, we know what they work, but for some reason we want to go in the completely different direction. And then somehow these people go, woe is me, when the whole world goes, I fucking hate this. And the best part is they're like, no, these people like it. Yeah, the random ass people who just showed up to the cinema enjoyed it because it was flashy and fun and enjoyable. But if you were going to steal the title, steal the characters, and steal storylines, why would you not stay true to those people? I will never understand this.
Yeah.
And people will go, well, it's for toys and merchandising and blah, blah, blah. I go, these people were buying toys 20, 30 years ago. It didn't matter. If you had done a good job this route, they would have done it again and had kids, and they would have bought them, and they would have been new movies. And it's like you're making movies for like a 2-year increment, and that's why they're pumping them out so fast. It's like, why not take 3 years instead of 1 year to make a movie? And it's so good, people want the toys. Versus, hey, let's make a movie in a year and nobody's going to buy anything.
Right.
I mean, we'll have a spurt of it and we'll make some money. And then we got to make another one.
Yeah.
But we got to make it like, we got to make it in like 12 months. Otherwise, their revenue's going to go down. It's just like, what the fuck?
Right.
I hate studios, man. Studios suck.
With Star Trek, though, in general, like, one, as soon as CBS got a hold of the property, they really started just changing a lot of shit up. They didn't really give a crap about
Well, they wanted to make
it
PC and...
Well, not even that. Like, Discovery is not PC by any means. Not the first season. Oh, my God, no. So the second season is basically, you could tell they were like, okay, we heard what you guys said. We're going to fix it for you, but we're also going to say fuck you, too. Basically, and I think we talked about this on another cast, I don't remember, but all the technology in these ships and stuff, when it comes to the second season, they bring in Christopher Pike from the original Star Trek shit, and they actually do pretty sweet. They throw in like piloted footage from the original series and like mix it into this and all that. It was pretty cool to see with Pike and Spock, sorry. In the series, in the pilot that was never actually aired.
Are you okay? You're like all over the place.
Yeah. But
you're going so fast. I don't know if I'm like
he's
drunk, high, or what's happening, but you are going really fast. You are like, it's like I shot you out of a cannon.
Yeah.
You were so excited. Right now. I wish people saw how nerdy he was when he starts. Like I get, Michael.
Dude,
you're adorable.
You asked me a question about something I actually know completely of. No.
Fucking go.
Basically, just to answer your question, do I think that? I think it's a good show. I think as a Star Wars fan, you might actually enjoy it. Just because that's how I feel a lot of people are like arguing. Why are they trying to compete with Star Wars with this shit? Blah, blah, blah.
Because nobody's fucking creative anymore.
Right. Well, yeah. And
come on, man. I guess bad.
As far as like the people that are doing this, Alex Kurtzman, he's been up and down, but he's like in charge of like all the Star Trek shit that they're doing right now. On the app anyways. I'm not sure about the movies. So he came up with the idea, and I will tell you from what I've been hearing on the deep web, the dark deep web, the deep dark web, because if you go on the YouTube, and you can like search like Star Trek series that never made it or some bullshit. There's a guy that does like all these series that were supposed to come out or like were in development but never actually made it or anything. And like how they've picked and chose like pieces of those and thrown them in other shows and movies and stuff. Just kind of cool. Well, one of the storylines is dealing with the Federation like years later, like when the Federation falls apart and all that crap.
Mm-hmm.
So with the end of Discovery season 2, they shoot them 950 years into the future. Yeah. That's how they get Discovery out of the time. So people are stopped asking, well, where was Discovery this whole time, you know? Trying to...
Oh,
yeah.
Fucking lazy.
Yeah. Well, it makes sense how they play it off. It is actually pretty cool. But I really am upset with how they ended it because they end Discovery on the Enterprise. I'm like, bro, it's called Discovery, not fucking Enterprise. But yeah, so I'm wondering if like, cause they're going to do season 3, they're 950 years in the future. If it's this crew trying to figure out how to work in a world where the Federation's falling apart, they're all Federation people from when the Federation was thriving. So are they going to help rebuild or what's going to happen? We'll see what they do. I like the first season a lot better than the second season because the second season did exactly what the Trekkies wanted. It pandered to them, and it made for like them sending the ship into the future. Or why was the technology on the Enterprise not as adapted as this? And what they do is they have Pike being like, tear all the holograms out. I don't like holograms and shit like that.
Can I throw this out there?
Yeah.
As a Star Wars fan, none of that sounds appealing. I'm just gonna.
No, I'm telling you, the first season is awesome because they don't do no fucking pandering shit. It's its own original story.
Okay.
It's awesome. It's when you watch the second season, I see a lot more pandering, but they also get more. You could tell they formed more into like the Star Trek like exploration style, even though there's a big story arc going on behind it still.
Is that just on the CBS app?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll let Hannah know. Our big moment that she wants to finish Lucifer, and then she wants to fucking finish Good Omens.
Yeah. I want to end this with this one because I actually, so on Saturday, I spent the entire day in the office pretty much until I finished this show. I started it and finished it in one day.
Sorry, buddy.
While I was doing some work, of course. I was doing stuff, but I was like watching it on the computer. It was Netflix original, and it was one I knew I wasn't going to watch with the kids or the wife or anything like that. And I've seen the other 2 seasons, and it's an anthology series, so each season is a different story. Mm-hmm. The whole season deals with the same characters, but each season's a different story. Kind of like American Horror Story. Each one's different thing. So, and as a fan of Scream, you'll like it. If you like Scream, you'll like these movies, kind of.
Okay.
They don't have as much referential movie bullshit in them, of course.
Speaking of retro, like, because you said that,
Yeah.
you know what it reminded me of? Something that we both liked years ago, and I just want to bring it up so people will go watch it. What was that, the MTV show, Scream Queens?
Scream Queens. That was on normal TV. That was on like ABC
It was
or
MTV.
NBC.
No, it was MTV.
That was on normal TV. Scream Queens with.
Do you want to be wrong? It was on Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
It
It was either Hulu. It was Hulu or MTV.
Oh.
It was Hulu or MTV. I'm not sure.
TV series.
It was a streaming thing, or it was MTV. I don't know. But all I remember is I liked it a lot.
Yeah. No, it was good. The second season was cool too. They had.
I don't know if I ever watched the second one.
They had Uncle Jesse come in there, and he was one of the actors and shit. It was fun.
that before his fake fucking wife went to prison?
Network Fox. It was on Fox.
Fuck you, really? Was it?
Yeah, it was on
man,
Fox.
you were so right. Oh my god.
Because that's how I watched it. Like I remember.
No,
it
I
on
was thinking the
normal TV.
other one. What was the bullshit one? On
Scream?
MTV? Was it just Scream?
It was just
might have
Scream
been.
because it was like a rehash of Scream.
That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. Yeah. Okay. No, that one
Scream
sucked.
Queens is fucking awesome.
That was
Scream
awesome. This
Scream was like I watched all of Scream though because I was like, yeah, why not?
Yeah, you got a fetish. I'm fine.
But they also had the one girl in there that shows up in Arrow, I think.
Sure, why not? I don't care.
One of those shows. Yeah.
Fucking Scream Queens was tits.
Yeah,
People go
Scream
watch
Queens
that.
is cool, but
That shit was good.
so no, Netflix has a show, and if you like Scream or slasher shit, watch this. That's literally called Slasher.
You and I really just run the gambit, dude. And, like, we have no fucking timeline on this.
No, but no, I would recommend if you or Hannah likes horror shit, like slasher type stuff, watch it around Halloween time. Like pick a the first season and the third season are the better ones. The second one, not so much.
Who's gonna do that though? Who's gonna watch the first season and go, I'm gonna go to the third one?
They're
Like, who's
they're
gonna
different
do that?
stories. Cause
Who's gonna do that though?
just fucking
Like,
do
come
it.
on.
Because you don't
Who
need
does
the
that?
second story. It's a horrible story.
All right, fair enough.
But the second one was or the third one was really cool. That's the one I watched all in one day. Cause I watched it and I was like, I gotta fucking know. I gotta keep knowing. I kept hitting play, hitting play. I was like, and then by the time I got halfway through, I was like, I think I know, but damn it, let's. Yeah. No, it was a good one. That was a fun one. Very like slasher-y movie shit. If you like Scream, you'd like it.
Can we coin the phrase slashery?
Slashery.
I'd love to do that.
Oh, let's do that.
I could go for a
hashtag Operation
hashtag
Babble.
slashery.
Hashtag slashery.
Yeah.
We should
Give me
make
a
some
shirt.
shirts.
All right, man. I feel good. I like the fact we know what we're gonna go watch. We're gonna do some shit. Hopefully, I don't fuck up and see Spider-Man.
Let me know too when you watch Tusk, so I can watch it again.
Yeah,
And then we can do
I'm
that.
actually gonna do it. I actually told Hannah I want to do a commentary on that one.
Okay.
I want to do
Because I'm not sure if I'm gonna get Nick to rewatch it with me, so I'm gonna end
It's
up having to
on
watch it by
Netflix.
myself. Is it?
Yeah. Ooh.
Are you sure?
How-
Because they took it off Amazon. I know that.
It was on Netflix yesterday. So
Ooh, maybe it's on in your region, not mine. They fucking
Cool,
do
fuck
that,
off.
dude.
I have seen that. That's
Okay,
fun.
yeah, it is on. Sweet. All right,
Okay.
I'm gonna add that.
You know what would be really fun? I could do commentary with Mom and Hannah.
On Tusk?
Yeah.
Does your mom
that'd be
like
fun.
movies like that, or?
No, that's why it'll be great. Hear her fucking bitch about it, it'd be great. I'm gonna have a problem getting through it because it was one of those things where I like the actors,
Yeah.
and like I said, it came after Red State, and I'm just like I was kind of done.
See,
with
it
that.
has nothing to do with anything.
No, it doesn't.
You know?
But he went dark and weird, and that's not what I want from him. If that makes sense. With Kevin
I'm
Smith,
trying to
it's
think
like,
of
that's
what
not
it
the kind
reminds
movie I'm
me
looking
of,
for.
but it was executed well.
It'll be a fine movie, but it's not a
Yeah.
Kevin Smith movie.
No,
sorry.
no.
It's not. I'm not gonna go into it and be like, "Oh, I love Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back."
Speaking
you know what I mean?
speaking of Kevin Smith, him and Jay are going to be on an episode of Impractical Jokers. He just posted a picture on Instagram.
Oh, I can see that being fun.
So, well, they know one of the guys on there. He does like one of the podcasts for Smodco
Gotcha.
with
Oh, fun.
with oh shit, the hairy guy from Comic Book Man. What's his name? Brian Johnson.
Brian Johnson.
Yeah.
Dude, I want to watch more Comic Book Men. Anyway,
Yeah, I wish they wouldn't have canceled that.
that's fucking terrible. It was such. A
He
good
should
show.
just keep doing it and put it on YouTube.
I know.
Like it's
fuck,
just
right?
talking with
Like,
your
why?
buddies. Like, come on.
You have the money, dude.
We
Like,
do
what-
this and we don't get paid. Like, just fucking do it. Like, you're literally just talking with your friends, and you recorded it podcast style, so you could just upload the podcast and then push everything else out on there. Stop dabbing. We can hear that.
Wait. Silent jab. Dab.
Ugh.
Fuck.
What is this, Night at the Roxbury?
Did you like that? No, instead of going like this, I go like this.
Again, this is a podcast, not a visual medium, John.
Wait, but show me your toys, Michael. Show me your toys.
You want to see the
Show me
cool
your
new
toys.
hat I got?
Show me your toys. It comes family first. Michael!
All right.
Well, that was fun. Go watch Lord of the Rings, you fuck.
I will try and watch Lord of the Rings.
No, seriously, tonight. Just watch the first one. I'll watch it with you. I'll go put it on right now.
Before
I'll go put it on right now.
Before we go, John, maybe you want to do this, or I'll do it. Fuck it, I'll do it. Just let everyone know again, we have a Facebook page for Operation Babble at facebook.com/Operation Babble.
And don't be scared to join our group discussion.
Join the group
where you
discussions.
can tell us, where you can tell me that I'm dumb and too mean to Michael, and you can tell Michael maybe you should grow some balls and yell at John because John's a dickhead.
Or pitch yourself to be my new podcast host, you know.
Hey, if you guys make good comments and you get into the conversation and can actually prove that you actually watch shit and care about it, who knows? Maybe you could show up.
And I think we'll start posting like random things. Like maybe I'll just put a movie title in the group. Let people go at it.
The next movie we go see. Maybe we can even do group watches. I'd be down for that. We all pick a movie, we all watch it, and then we all get into the group discussion and we just talk about it and say it sucks.
$5 Tuesdays, everybody.
Yeah! Tacos, movies, and bitches. Every Tuesday, they're only $5. I don't know what kind of bitches, but bitches are bitches.
All right, so I'm out of here, John. I am...
Michael, I'm going to miss you. I'm going to miss you. I'm going to miss everything else. And hey, nerds, after I say this, I'm going to miss you too. You know it. Later, nerds.
Pieces. Thanks for tuning in to another great episode of Operation Babble. You can catch this episode and more at soundcloud.com/Operation Babble or iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, and Google Play at Operation Babble or YouTube at Myke Shrews, MYKESHREWS. Have a great day, guys. Peace.